Central! Oh!
Okay, have you ever landed in a tree before?
I've hit a tree before, and I bounced off it and got to the ground, but I've never been stuck in one. No.
How did you get into smoke jumping?
How did I get into smoke jumping? I started fighting fire in Idaho, and I spent a couple years there in the St. Joe country in north central Idaho, and then I applied, and 3 years ago I got hired here at the smoke jumper base.
Okay. What does it take to be a smoke jumper?
What does it take?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to be very physically fit. You know, we do lots of pull-ups and push-ups and sit-ups and running and hiking. You were the one who tried on the heavy pack, right? So
Yeah.
you got to be able to carry 100 pounds through the mountains, and
Like,
got to be really strong.
yeah.
Really pioneered where we are today.
I swear to God. No! Stop! Why? Oh, yes! Not the doctor! Oh, disgusting!
It is so hot!
I've been working at Stone Rose for 5 years now. I've been digging here for 20 years.
Okay. So can you tell us a little about how the lake that we were digging at was formed? Or like how it dried up like that?
About 49 million years ago, this entire area was under a 20-mile long by 4-mile wide lake. The things that are in the lake fell, as you would see in a normal lake, got covered over with volcanic ash. And then at about 48 million years ago, the lake had mostly filled up, and the rest of it was covered over by a series of lava flows.
Well, could you tell us a little bit about, have you ever seen like the most popular thing down here, but then also what is the like, oddest, most interesting thing that's been found here?
Odd things, actually I'm standing behind the odd things case. So things that are really rare and important that we find, things like bird feathers. We're the only place in Washington State where bird feathers are found. We have fish, we have things like moss and ferns that are fairly rare in the fossil record. Most commonly looked for fossil, the thing that most people want to come and find, is the flower that we use as our logo, the Florescentia. But what most people generally end up finding are alders and metasequoias, so dawn redwoods, because those are the most common things in the lake.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
No, leave it!
Whoa! Whoa!
Okay, so we're chasing down the other group because we see them. So, yeah. Ivana's in front of me. Scout, what's up?
How'd you know we were here?
We saw you guys crash. We're at a campground. We're eating lunch.
I didn't scare everybody.
I ran
So much to get here. I think I'm gonna faint.
Oh, that was fun. Hi, I'm here with Farmer Jim and his beautiful farm. It's really big, and we're gonna ask him some questions. Ready, Spencer? Okay, so Farmer Jim, how big is your farm?
About 2,500 acres. 2,000 dry land and about 500 of irrigated.
Yeah, it's very big. So can you tell us what you have on this farm?
Well, I grow mostly dry land, winter wheat, and some irrigated winter and spring wheat, and then I lease some ground for potatoes.
So how has it been recently with your farming? Has it, with the economy and everything?
It's not real profitable. I mean, the price of commodities are down, and in fact, last year I had a circle of dry peas, which I did fairly well on, but with the way the economy was, they cut back acreage on the peas, so I didn't get that this year. So, else I can grow under irrigation.
How long has your family been here? Like, when did it start?
Farm. Our family has been in farming since about 1950. My great-grandparents did some homesteading back in the 1900s, but then things were so tough that he got out of farming and became an appliance salesman, and then my grandpa got back into it about 1960.
Right.
You bet. Thank you.
Hands in the air, cause we keep it rocking. Come on, no matter how hard they freeze you smiling. Don't pass like y'all wanna pass like.
Just turn around, boys. Let me hit that. Don't be a little bitch with your chit chat. You tell me what you think.
Good? Yeah. Okay, so how long have you been working at this food bank? Nice. And do you just have you always worked at this one?
Well, it's the same one. It's moved from one place to another.
Yeah?
It's the same food bank.
Okay. Has it been building up? Do you get more food as more years go on?
Well, yeah, the demand's there. They usually give us more. But right now, this time of year is down because they opened up another food kitchen, and a lot of food's going there.
So has the economy affected it at all? Or
Oh yeah, lots
more people
we're
come
not
in?
getting as many then. So we're getting a lot more people and less food because they're not making as much as we were getting.
Yeah.
So they've cut back. The stores have cut back.
Yeah. And do you get more different times around holidays or around anything?
It usually runs about the same all the time. We get about the same amount of people.
Okay. Cool. And
it increases from probably September by the winter because all the people that come through and do the fruit are busy in the orchard and happy. So they don't come through as often.
yeah. And is it all run by volunteers and everything?
Yep. Everybody is volunteer, we're volunteer, and everybody that works here.
Nice. Well, glad to meet you. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Michaela.
Yeah, I'm David.
Nice to meet you. So, how did this garden get started?
Well, we had a big rubble pile across the back here with some old sidewalks that had been poured in the 40s. They were all broken up, so the city determined that they would replace the sidewalks. So in conjunction with that, we built the gardens. We built these retaining block walls. We filled the area that we dug out with new topsoil and got the gardens ready for, this is our first year planting.
Great. So, who donated?
Well, most of it is done by volunteers. A lot of the volunteers, like some of the folks that even bought the fence posts, each of those metal posts cost us $9.80. If people have come up and bought a post for the garden. And we also got a grant from the Community Foundation of North Central Washington. They gave us some funding to buy the topsoil and other things that we would need to put together. One of the local irrigation companies donated all of the irrigation pipe and all of the materials that we need to have an automatic sprinkling system. So it's a big community effort.